Welcome on in, everybody. We're back with round 4 of the Williams RTG. Yes, I'm a little bit late to start this one tonight, so I'll give people a few minutes to jump on in. But hope everyone's doing well. We got Mighty Dart, we got Sam, we got Lyric, we got George, we got Josh, we got Marcus. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday evening. Yeah, this isn't an early stream, this is a late stream, really. I normally start streaming about an hour ago. So I'm classing this as a late stream, but I hope everyone is having a wonderful time. I just set it up as like 8 PM in case like I had issues getting everything ready. But I was actually planning on trying to start it earlier, if possible as well. Welcome on in though. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. We've got to try and get on with this one. Because as many of you know, I like to stick to a bedtime. So I'm probably going to be tired. I can only assume Bradson has been drinking all day. It's so late it confused me. Probably. It's a late time for me to be streaming as well. But I wanted to watch the 200 meters in the Olympics, basically. But yeah, so, I mean, we got a secret meeting, first of all, which we'll obviously dive into once I've done the YouTube intro. I also, why on earth did you wake up at 4 AM? Mark, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I had exactly the same thing, Marcus. I couldn't do any upgrades in the Haas series because I didn't have 60% recognition. Like, I understand setting it to 50, but 60 is just near impossible, unless you're with a team for years. Do I want to ask why you woke up at 4 AM, Bradson? It doesn't seem wise. Like, I normally set my alarm for about 7 AM. That's early enough for me nowadays. Right, should we roll the YouTube intro chat? Have we got any upgrades we can do first of all? I don't know. Oh, we can. We can do an wing inlet thing. Over-wheel winglet. I don't know. I mean, performance-wise, Ferrari have fallen off a cliff so far this season. That's quite funny. But we got 2 more aero upgrades in the works. We did come 7th in Australia. I forgot about that, to be honest. Right, let's roll the YouTube intro. We need to get on with it tonight, ladies and gents. Hello everyone and welcome back to round 4 of the F124 Williams Road to Glory. Yes, it's been a while, but we are back tonight here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed that last video that went live from Australia, I actually need to go back and check out how I did. I think we got our first points of the year. I believe we came, yeah, it was 7th place in Albert Park. So we got onto the board. Max Verstappen still leading the way ahead of his teammate Sergio Perez there, who's had 2 6th place finishes in a row. Oscar Piastri, very consistent so far, up in P3, ahead of Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso. Williams, we're currently 11th in the drivers' table, 6th in the constructors' standings as well. We got a couple more upgrades in the works as we head to Suzuka this time out. But, maybe more interestingly than that, we've got our first secret meeting of this series. Who is going to be interested in trying to sign us? It's Kik Sauber, which feels like a step backwards, to be completely honest. So I think we're immediately going to decline talks with them. If you're new, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. Like I said, we're trying to hit 5k subs on this channel at the moment. And yeah, let's head out then into qualifying. Michael, welcome on in. Thank you for the 20 bits as well. I appreciate it.
But let's focus on our current seat for now.
And Fatty Fat Guy Gaming, welcome on in. Hope everyone is... You joined me right in the middle of the YouTube intro, but welcome, welcome. For some reason, the notification for bits still only sometimes works, which is a little bit strange and annoying, but I do appreciate it. I'll try and replay them, maybe it'll work. It doesn't show up on Streamlabs annoyingly either. If I go like that, it just doesn't do it. Let me try that. No, all I can do is report it. I can't get it to replay, which is rather frustrating. But thank you very much, Michael. I do appreciate it. I hope you're well, sir. Right. Chat. Suzuka. I actually went back through and had a look how well we got on here last year. The answer was not very. I bottled it with like 5 laps to go after we were running. I think it was in P2 basically all day because Verstappen was rapid. And we've got changeable conditions. Oh, dearie me. Wet to dry race might open up something for us, but that does not look good. We got goals that we need to try and achieve as well. Overtake, 5 laps. 3 penalties? I don't know. And race strategy, I guess. Why does she look so sad? What's someone done within Williams to make her so sad as a specialist? Like, everyone else seems okay, but she's just beside herself. I don't know why. I have 200 bits unused. I barely use these days. I do remember you. I do remember you. The Maltese Master.
A place where so many champions have been crowned.
20 more bits as well. I appreciate it. The Maltese Master, I think, was definitely my highlight commentary from that short-lived series. It was good fun, though. Right. So, chat. Suzuka. This might actually not be too painful in this car because it's very quick in a straight line. But I still don't really like this circuit on the F1
R&D
games.
team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
I think 2026 will be more where Williams are looking at in terms of a big leap forward. 2025 is probably a bit too soon, and, you know, you're kind of, for a team like that, you're kind of more interested in, you know, investing long-term in the team. I'm considering joining Red Bull from Williams because Max will have 70% recognition. Can you do that? Like, could you, like, I mean, unless you, like, absolutely nailed your first season, like, would it be possible to go from, like, Williams to Red Bull? Like, I feel like I'm doing pretty much as well as I could in Gary and I's co-op series, and I'm still getting no interest from anywhere. And, like, in the end of Season 1 in the Haas RTG, I won, I think it was 2 races, didn't I, in Season 1, and I still had no offers from a decent team. This is an Apex through Turn 1 that I've completely avoided. I find it really difficult on this year's game to kind of take... Like, the only reason I got a Ferrari contract was because I'd had secret meetings with them. Other than that, like, no other big team was interested in me in that series. I've recorded Baku as well, chat. That video will be going live tomorrow. It's another very, very interesting race. That series just seems to be brutal right now. But it is another good one. Come on, we need the R&D. Can you spoil Baku? No. Like I said, it will go live tomorrow. So you haven't got to worry. It'll be there very soon. I had to make sure I loaded into this career mode so I didn't leak the points. I don't actually know whether it's possible to get back-to-back mechanical failures inside F1 24. I don't think I... No, I did, didn't I? I had it in Miami and then Imola. But I guess Miami was the sprint. I mean, if ever anyone was going to get bad luck on these games, it was always going to be me.
Okay,
right, first lap, though.
Get ready to open it. On your MFD.
Come on, hang on to it. What's it going to be? Oh, we just missed out on purple. That's a shame. Yeah, the apexes are made of lava. It's just how we live on these games. Hopefully second lap's going to be a bit tidier. It doesn't help as well going out onto a green circuit with hard tyres, first of all. That's pretty horrible. Terex, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. So we ticked over 6,500 followers today, actually, I believe. So, although, like I've said, I don't think 10k by the end of the year is going to be possible, I reckon we might be able to get to, like, 8,000 or 9,000? We'll wait and see. I feel like 10k followers on Twitch would be pretty mad. Especially as I don't stream enough. Like, if I could stream a bit more in the future, then definitely doable. But, quite difficult. Hey, no worries, Sam. Thanks for stopping by. I was reading Sam's message chat. I'm allowing myself a rewind. What's the worst thing about this game, do I think? Worst thing about F1 24, I think... I mean, it's a very generic one, isn't it? But some of the bugs that are still existing inside these games. Right now, the thing that annoys me more than anything else is every single race. At some point, your tyre pressure monitors fail. And Mark has to give you the same speech every single time. That annoys me to no end. But yeah, apart from that, it is just kind of all of, like, the repeat bugs that have been in previous games as well. It's rather annoying. Is that not going to be purple either? I don't think it is. Yes, it is. Wonderful. Just like clutched up. F1 Manager 24, I'm surprised. Like, perhaps I'm just not in the loop with it as well as I thought I was. But I'm surprised that so many people clearly aren't enjoying it. I've got used to the handling on this game. I don't mind the handling now, but they did tweak it loads. Like, you guys didn't play on the one version of the game I had access to, or you probably didn't. But the one of the versions I had access to, preview build of this game, it was so broken. It was terrible. Like, you could genuinely, I saw a lap, someone managed to do an entire lap of Qatar without using the brake. Because you could literally get to a corner and just go full lock. and scrub off speed. It was like playing F1 2011. Like, how on earth someone signed that off and went, yep, that's how a Formula 1 car handles, I will never know. But, so it has obviously been fixed and tweaked and changed, and there are some good things about this game as well. Like, I find the battery management now really good fun on this year's game. And I do feel like the traction, now we've got a bit more used to it, is probably pretty accurate to real life. But it's definitely easier still than F1 23, which is both good and bad all at the same time. F1 23 had a fun handling model. It was better than F1 22 by a long shot. But the problem as well we've got here is that I do need to concentrate on where I'm going throughout most of this race. It's a horrible track. It's very, very unforgiving. And I've also got a storm where I live currently, chat, so if it randomly dies, you'll know why. We had issues with it Monday night. I don't know whether setups are more important. I think they're always important, to be honest. I wouldn't say they're more important necessarily, but they definitely help out a lot. But obviously they always do on the F1 game. Right, we're being cheeky. There you go. We just want that delta. Don't clip it, chat. We just need the delta. There we go.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the
Most likely, Bradson. That's probably a fairly accurate depiction. I've never actually seen that. Obviously, I've seen that clip, but I've never seen that episode. Like, I could not tell you the context surrounding that. I haven't watched, like, the last 4 Grand Tours. I think the last one I watched was when they were in lockdown and they were in Scotland, and that's been it. I just haven't watched any of the more recent ones. 3/10 in that final corner was impressive. We don't talk about it. I'm just really good at the Casio triangle. That's what it is. Are they worth a watch? Are we saying they're worth a watch? Get last 2 and 2 on the sofa and binge them. I can't see last 2 and 2 watching that, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know, I just kind of found, obviously, that the Grand Tour kind of... It felt to me like it kind of got a bit stale and ran out of steam, but other people still seem to enjoy it. Obviously, it is completely done now, though, isn't it? Like, the company's voluntary insolvent and things, so we're not going to get another one. Oh, no, we are getting one more, aren't we? But they've already filmed it. But like I said, I haven't watched the last few, so... Ugh. Or at least Race Sim Run looks to be a little bit easier. Welcome on in, Callum. Hope you're doing well. Zimbabwe, yeah. They should have gone back to Botswana like they did for the very first one. That would have been cool. Like, the Botswana special is still right up there for me. I don't know why whenever we do the Williams RTG we end up talking about Top Gear. I don't know what it is. We just seem to attract a Top Gear loving audience for this series for some reason. There we go, first lap's done and dusted. The US special, kind of, yeah, but not like that. Like, that was kind of like the first proper... Like, I don't really class that US one. Like, I get what you mean, it kind of was, but it also kind of wasn't all at the same time. I guess because you know they were driving, you know, completely on roads everywhere. It's not really like an adventure in that same way. So that's the corner I binned it at last year. And already, we're only in free practice and it feels sketchy. Oh, come on. That corner as well is lethal. I'd be impressed though if we got all the R&D here, to be honest. Although we did only get green score in the first run, didn't we? Track line. No, we did get purple in track acclimatization. We might get all purple. I think we should. Come on, tip the nose in. Thank you. Yes, I forgot about the Polar Challenge. Was that after he crashed in that Daredevil or whatever it was called? I mean, to be fair, I think Richard Hammond's crashed within 50 miles of everywhere on this planet. Ishan and Ethan, hope you're both doing well. Welcome on in. Right, one more lap of free practice, chat, and then we'll move over to qualifying. I genuinely have no idea where we'll end up today. It's not like Australia, where we've got a good chance to be right up towards the front, because obviously this track isn't all straight lines. Although it is still weirdly high speed, Suzuka, so we might still have a good shot. But it's high speed, but also high downforce, and you also do that, iffy me. We were lucky to gather that one up. Come on. I've seen some of bottom gear, I feel. Like the old, was they YouTube poops, weren't they, or something? Hey, no, hang on a minute. I've never crashed a car in real life. Like, yeah, I push the limits inside a game, but that's because I'm at home all nicely wrapped up. What are your camera settings? They look really good. My camera settings for F124, ladies and gents. Oh, I can't see it for some reason. Camera customization. Nothing at all. It's completely standard. I never change them inside the F1 games. I love the idea that people will try and change stuff around, stuff like a really wide FOV and all this, that, and the other. I do nothing. I mean, look at that. How zoomed in am I? I leave it completely bog standard. I just don't find it makes that much of a difference for me personally. Maybe I should change it. Who knows? I guess if I had a lower FOV, it would make everything feel slower, wouldn't it? Which would technically make you quicker. Or theoretically would make you quicker. But I never change anything. Right, there we go then. Practice done and dusted. I think we've got all the R&D we could probably get. Smurf! Well, come on in. He's already doing our predictions for us. So get your predictions in then, ladies and gents. If you're on Twitch, vote with your noggins now. If you're on YouTube, tell me in chat, where do you think we're going to qualify? And earn some points if you get it correct. If you're on Twitch.
Practice is official.
Alvin just dipped under the 130. 131.2 is not particularly great. Slower than Bottas, but we didn't really do a proper lap in anger. That's okay. I reckon we should have decent pace in the car. Smurf just hides in the background. He's just always waiting. Plotting. There we go. 52 experience. We love to see it. Oscar reckons P7. That's optimistic for me. You have no idea how badly I suck on this game.
Exceptional behind the wheel. We've seen it from Vettel. We've seen it from Verstappen. It is a remarkable place to watch a car at speed. Welcome to Suzuka. We're qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix.
What I always find funny on this game is I understand Vettel. Verstappen, in terms of one lap pace here, this actually in comparison to his teammates is one of his weakest tracks on the Canada. Admittedly 2024, yeah, he dominated qualifying. But in previous years, I mean, I remember Alex Albon tied with him in qualifying once. Perez was pretty close to him as well. This actually isn't that good a track for Max over one lap. I mean, I'm sure now he's going to take pole in this series as well. But we'll wait and see. I've got no idea what kind of time we're aiming for. I would assume like 28. Oh, why have we come out in a traffic paradise, ladies and gents? There's, I think, another car behind me. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's just try and find some clear air. This is already a nightmare. Gotta get out of the way of the McLaren. Nope, that McLaren's not on a lap either. No, don't get in my way. That was a bit aggressive with Lando. It's okay, though.
That's P19, P19.
Oh, he's pitting. I don't have to worry then, do I? So we shouldn't see rain in qualifying, but it is going to be raining for the start of the race. How that's going to affect things is anybody's guess, but I would assume the intermediates hang on quite well here. But it'll be more about the dry weather pace afterwards, and whether we get a safety car or anything like that. This first lap, though, is just going to be a bit more of a banker. And then the second one will kind of put more on the line, I guess. Obviously, we only do the one session of qualifying now in this game. Just because I found that qualifying dragged on a little bit. I mean, the Degners are so much fun. So much fun in these ground effect cars. I mean, they were fun in the old high downforce cars as well. This is just a good track in a high downforce car of any kind. I love doing laps around here in Super Formula car as well. He just suits it so well. I wish I'd up the ride height slightly, to be honest. It definitely feels a little bit on the low side. A little bit wide through Spoon, but we'll get away with it. Matt212 doing his qualifying lap on the M25. That would be a long lap. I've now, not in one go, but I've now driven the entirety of the M25. It is pretty boring. Casio triangle. Attack the curbs, attack the curbs. Roll on the throttle down towards the line. Where are we going to end up after our first run? 29.2. We go directly behind Alex. So I guess the AI is pretty perfect here. Toast, welcome on in, buddy. How you getting on? Signs to Williams next year. What do I think? We've spoke about this a couple of times this week. I think it's a good move. Like I said, I think he's got in his contract that he'll be able to leave after a year if a better seat opens up. That's kind of interesting for him. So the gap to Albon, basically quarter of a second. So that's what we need to find in the second run then. So that's actually a little bit of time, to be fair. But Haas, Sauber, Williams, all right at the black. Black Fizka? I'm probably butchering the name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Right, let's do this thing. One more lap in anger. We've got to try and get the lap absolutely nailed here. We've got a bit more clear space around us, which is good. Try and put that power down. We'll save a set of the soft compound tyres ready for the Grand Prix. That final corner then, nice straight line run down towards turn 1 there. Basically completely flat through the first part. And then you're braking basically to set yourself up for the second. Get as close to that apex curb. And then use the exit curb as well. The S's, there's no real best way to do this. As Lando Norris, first driver into the 27s this weekend. That's a very competitive lap time. We'll leave it in 5th right the way throughout. So I'll be careful not to apex too early on the exit. Otherwise it'll unsettle the car. Immediately 3-4 tenths up by the time we get out of sector 1. And again, completely flat through that first Degner there. Roll on the power nice and early on the exit. This lap so far, I don't want to speak too soon, but it's unravelling pretty nicely. Really nice line through the hairpin. Roll on that throttle on the exit there. And again, another 10th found. This might be one of my best laps of F1 24 so far, chat. And I'm commentating over it. Brake at 50. Down 2 gears through the first part. Down another one through the second. Oh, a little bit away from the apex curb there. Allow that curb though to carry you out. And try and use most of your DRS down this straight. We'll save a little bit for the exit 130R. Just because I feel like we'll scroll off a little bit of speed there. There we go. 7 tenths up though. Final chicane. Oh, a little bit of a lock up. A little bit of oversteer. Get the power down though. It gripped up nicely on the exit, but still 7 tenths up towards the line. Where are we going to end up? It is P12. That genuinely might be one of the best laps I've done on this game. I'm happy with that. That was a good time. We're on 110 AI, I believe. Actually, this series might be slightly lower, to be fair.
We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, there we go. Lando Norris snookers away pole position there from Max Verstappen as Ferrari will lock out the second row. Alonso ahead of Perez, who starts P6, exactly where he's finished in the last 2 Grand Prix there. With Hamilton, Piastri, Stroll and Tsunoda rounding out your top 10. George Russell down in 11th place there. We almost out-qualified him. Albon ends up P15, 3 tenths slower than myself, as there's then a big drop back to Zhou Guanyu, Kevin Magnussen and Valtteri Bottas, who line up at the rear of the field. There you go, chat. Congratulations if you earned some points there from qualifying. Now, it's time for the race. Get your predictions in. Tell me where you think we're going to finish. DJ, welcome in, buddy. I hope you're well. I'm scared here, chat. I'll be honest. Because I'm not looking forward to that rain early on. The only thing I can hope for is that maybe it goes away pretty quick. That's all I can really hope for, because this car is not particularly good in the wet. That's good going still, AP. It's more about just what you find is fun to race with rather than anything else. I play the game for a living. I should be quite good. Oh, good. He's a bit strong. I should be slightly better than the average person. Danica, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We've got a kick viewer. Are they about to spam a bot comment, ladies and gents? Because most of the people on kick do. I apologise if you're a real human. But most of the time, kick viewers come in and they're trying to sell me something. Almost immediately. But we'll wait and see. I do still keep streaming on kick.
As of 2022, 12 champions have been crowned at the Japanese Grand Prix. Who will be taking glory
Smurf,
today
you've got to try and
at the
train the
flag?
young'uns.
The lights
Herbert
go out
genuinely
in
could
a
have
few
been
moments'
mad.
time.
Had things gone his way. Like, Herbert was
We're
such
southwest
a
of
good
the city
junior
of
driver
Nagoya
before his
today at a
crash.
wet and windy
And Alex
Suzuka
Wirtz as well just has one of the
3.6
most
miles and 18
hilarious
corners make up a lap here. We're set to unlikely to prove especially difficult in these conditions.
Optimus
We
Prime
should see
and
overtaking
Ryan.
the turns 1
Welcome,
and
welcome, welcome.
16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style
Do you want to
dives
buy
into
some
the head.
muffins, Matt? Maybe crisped?
Off the back of
What
a
kind of
fantastic
muffins?
qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he will start from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start.
Oh, thank you very much,
two.
ABP. I
Considering the
appreciate
rest
it.
of the grid we have,
APB even.
Sainz, Leclerc,
I could have
Fernando
some
Alonso,
triple
Perez,
chocolate muffins. They're pretty good.
Hamilton, Oscar Piastri,
I'm a bit partial.
Stroll, Tsunoda.
Kick does always give a notification. That's why I've got like 30 followers on Kick. And I'm pretty certain all of them
Ocon,
are just to then come to YouTube.
Magnussen, Bottas, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time.
Oh, Lando
for
loves
us to go
doing
out.
that to Max.
So let's head
He
down to the
loves it.
track where
It's not meant to rain very long.
preparations are
We should be okay. Right.
Welcome to the
What is my
commentary box.
routine?
I'm Alex Jakes.
Come on.
Delighted to say that
Say
we're
it.
joined today
Say it,
by
Mark.
Anthony
Say it.
Davidson. Now, those
Alex
final
Jakes even.
hours before
Yeah,
a
there you
race,
go.
Did you have a routine?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals.
It's fine,
that you go
chat.
through.
I
You
don't
see
mind.
different drivers,
I don't mind listening to
that,
it.
you know, some
I'm
have
a
their
changed man.
headphones on, they're
It's
listening to
okay.
the music.
Go away.
Okay, back of the grid. It's not great, but let's make the most of it. Good luck.
Back of the grid? I'm P12. What on earth is that about? So it is definitely inters for the start, but it is meant to tone down pretty quick. Team reckon I can go to the dry period, so I guess we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Chilsey, welcome on in. Let's do this. I think your tyre pressures might go in this race. If my tyre pressures work perfectly throughout this entire race, it'll be a miracle. There's no point you putting extra fuel. And no, this Williams is thirsty. I'm going to put 54 laps of fuel in just in case we don't get a safety car. But the Williams is a thirsty girl. Can we get a good start? I don't do many wet races on this game for some reason. Lights out and away we go. Come on. Get that power down. This is just not looking good. We'll try the outside line in turn 1, but Russell might squeeze me. Nope, Tsunoda's going to do it. Home race though, so I'll let him get away with that. As I mean, we had gone round the outside of George before we went off the circuit. There's Alonso there. I just was watching him at the wrong time. And Tsunoda, everybody concertinaed back up, and it is so tricky in this car. It has got no grip in the rain. It is terrible there as Hamilton now making moves on Perez, so he's going a little bit backwards early on. We've got decent traction, just not much grip, which is a bit odd. Down the inside of George. See, should never have left Williams, mate. Clearly the car's better than you. There we go, up into P11 once again then. Can we try and have a look? I'd like to try and get in the points early, but I don't think it's going to be possible. And we have got to be gentle with these tyres. That's okay, though. We've done all right off the start. But now we've just got to try and settle into a good rhythm. Let's say early on it would just be about working out where the grip is, working out where we're quick, where we're not, everything like that. Why on earth do I know a thing or two about thirsty girls? Where on earth does that come from? Holy moly. There is... Well, 130R then, chat, is flat. Ish. As Lando still leads at the end of lap 1. Him and Max already pulling away. That could have genuinely been game over on lap 1. We might have a mechanical failure. Who knows? But if we do, it'll hopefully be... Actually, if I'm having a mechanical failure, I'd rather it happens really early in a race rather than really late. But we'll wait and see. I mean, the AI, yeah, just wobbling around a little bit. It's not as bad as they do in the F1 2000 career mode. In that series, they really kick the back end out. But it's got traction control, so it kind of does it and then it bogs down, and it's funny. These cars, though, you got no such luxuries. Let's say, I don't reckon we're that much slower than Yuki, to be honest. I reckon we can keep up with him and Stroll. And apparently Russell. Everyone behind stayed pretty well bunched up, so... Right, let's have a listen then. When do we think the rain's stopping?
Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Inter's the best tyre for now.
So we're not overheating the Inter either. But that's good then. So rain is not meant to stay out for very long this afternoon, which is always nice. So I guess we'll just kind of try and just settle and see what we can do here. I think... So I don't think it's quite 110 AI in this series. I think he might be about 105, 106. I can't quite remember. Either way, though, with this series, I kind of want to be able to have at least, you know, competitively fun races whilst being able to read chat, rather than it just becoming an absolute sweat fest. Otherwise, it just gets really boring. Especially around a track like next time out we're at Shanghai. That's going to be painful anyway, and is a sprint weekend. So it's kind of like, it's for those races as well, where I'd rather have some kind of fighting chance, rather than just having a really boring 3-hour evening. Like, Shanghai is going to be a long sprint weekend. So we're not doing full qualifying anymore, but it's probably still going to be upwards of 3 hours, I would assume. So you'll have a long stream next week, chat, probably.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Stroll to Merc in F1 Manager. What on earth is that? So I also, chat, for about the 3 of you that will care, finished the first season of MotoGP today. So that video will go live tomorrow, and you'll get a good idea as to how, like, transfers... Well, actually, you won't in that video, but I've now got a good idea about how, like, transfers and stuff work. It's actually quite interesting. But I don't think, sadly, the AI move up or down the up and down the leagues. They just move teams, which is a bit of a shame. But it is good fun. Grateful, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Mark, it doesn't look like that at the moment. But one of those Ferraris, I think it's Leclerc, is really struggling for pace. It might be Sainz, I don't know. But we kind of got 4 cars that are broken free at the front of the field, and everybody else is surviving behind. We have less than 50 laps to go, chat. We're getting there. Yeah, I mean, that Ferrari is definitely struggling right now. So there might be an opportunity here if everybody bunches up behind him, just to start picking AI off. The AI is set to about 107, I think, Ryan. Welcome in, Rhino. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm enjoying the MotoGP series. Like, genuinely, I've been having so much fun with it. I like doing that and F1 Manager. Like, they're 2 very different games, and the videos are completely different. But I'm genuinely enjoying doing both right now. They are good fun.
An interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Yeah, we're not far away, but I certainly don't think it's time for dries yet. We're going to be going mediums, though, when we do, I think. I'm not convinced the softs will last very long here. But I also don't know how bad the hards will be on a drying circuit. When's WRC coming back? Man, I just have not had the time for WRC recently. Maybe I'll get back into it. I probably need to. I think the weird thing is now, where I know we're not getting another WRC game, like, I kind of don't feel as much pressure to get back on it, but I do want to. I just need to find some time. That'd be another one I'd love to stream, like, some longer rallies and things. Do, like, between that and Richard Burns would be fun. Christian Mansell was doing quite well in F3 IRL. He just kind of seemed to completely fall apart at Spa, and that's basically cost him a championship hope. Like, he kind of weirdly snookered his way back into the fight by the end of Silverstone. And then Spa was just a bad weekend. I mean, it will be hilarious if Fornaroli wins it, despite not winning a single race. Didn't bin it. Did not bin it, chat. Almost. But not quite.
Okay, keep
Oh yeah, it's drying out.
1.7 seconds.
I mean, the track looks like ice right now, but we might be close to having to make a switch. Problem is, though, on this game, and it's another thing that's really well done, actually, is the drying line on a wet track is lethal. Just like real life. Don't let Russell in. Thank you. Very aggressive chop over the nose, but had to be done. Is it time for Dries, chat? I'm not convinced. I don't know. He could be the Keke Rosberg of F3. I prefer to call him the Matt Crafton, because Matt Crafton won, I think it was 2015, in NASCAR trucks, genuinely without winning a race all season. Like a 30-race season or something ridiculous, and he didn't win a single one, but won the title. He was something, I think he ended up with some ridiculous, like, 10 P2s. No AI in. I don't want to be the first to blink.
Pulling out a second a lap of the car behind.
Abby Pulling? Is she good in F1 Manager? So at some point, chat, I've got like 2 other spin-off F1 Manager series I want to do. Number 1 is a Prema series, which I think I've spoke about before, where basically I can only hire drivers that Prema have used. And number 2 is I would find it quite fun to do like an all-female team as well. That might take like seasons to do. They get like Sophia Flörsch and either like Abby Pulling or Dorian Pin or something. And try and do like an all-female team and try and get them to World Championship glory. I guess in F1 Manager 24 you could set it up so we had like loads of money to begin with and stuff. I'm still not convinced it's ready for slicks. See the best of the F1... What's Sophia Flörsch rated in that game? Was she like low 60s? Maybe? High 50s? I think everyone kind of expected Dorian Pin to wipe the floor with her in or Formula Academy, sorry, even. And she just... Obviously, she did in the first round, and then obviously... Then messed up in the second race. So then Abby Pulling since then has kind of never looked back. I would get Bastamente if she was any good, but I also don't really like her as a person. Like, the amount of controversies she's got herself wrapped up in is alarming. Oh! AI are in! AI are in! We're going 1 lap longer. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not.
In the top 10.
Well, both Aston Martins have stayed out, so have our top 2. Most teams have opted to stack though, chat. I think we made a bad call here. The tyres should have enough grip on them for 1 more, but it is definitely pitting time. I love the way everybody boxes in 1 line pretty much, apart from Sir Lance. Like, I understand the top 3, because of course they're out in front. But Sir Lance was just like, nah, don't need to. He's going to go the entire race on that set of tyres.
Okay,
Is Flörsch rated worse than Pulling? Wouldn't surprise me.
1.8 seconds.
I mean, let's be fair, Sophia Flörsch isn't exactly doing much in F3. I'm doing my best impression of her right now. There we go. Russell will make it through. I mean, the car feels twitchy over the curbs. And how much time is Sainz taken out of me on this lap as well? Apart from the mistake, we'll ignore that. He's not actually gaining anything, which is quite good. Yeah, so there you go. He gained a bit of time there. But as long as the gap stays above like 16 seconds on the rest of this lap, we might not actually be losing much at all. No, it's definitely time for Dries. But they are on hards, weirdly.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is
Perfect.
now online.
There we go. So it is time for the dries. So maybe staying at 1 lap longer, especially if the AI tripped each other up in the pit lane, might not be such a bad thing for us. I know we've lost 1 spot to George. But maybe we could be up inside the top 10. Don't get done for speeding. Thank you. And luckily, we're right down the far end as well. The F Academy drivers are worse than the F3 drivers, are they? But I swear there would be some overlap, surely.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
So we might be one of, if not the only car on mediums here, which hopefully will help us out over the next couple of laps. But I think going long's worked. It's really worked. We've got the jump on Stroll. Oh, that hasn't worked. But we're up into P7 then, so where we finished last time, now it's just a case of trying to stay on the dry line and kind of wait and see what the cars in front are doing. What's the strategy, the AI?
Okay, they're on fresh hards.
Good heavens.
Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Time last lap, 2 minutes, 02.6.
Why doesn't it tell you what their strategy is? Like, I want to know whether he plans on pitting again or not. Because if they're not planning on pitting, then I guess we've kind of got to really push on. As apparently I'm just doing the Sophia Flörsch line through there every lap. Dorian Pinch. I mean, she's technically not a Merc driver, I guess? I don't know. I know they have only got some of the F1 Academy drivers, but they've got, like, Chloe Chambers and stuff. I'd be surprised if they didn't have Pin, but you're probably right. I think they can only get licensing for some of them. Oh, man. Give myself a chesty cough, chat. Apologies on the mic. Yeah, I think we're about to get mugged off, though, in a straight line. I think Stroll, Leclerc, and maybe more are going to go back past me pretty quick. Unless we can fire up these tyres. The sights are 38. Oh, Perez 37. We've also got no battery, which is an issue.
3.7 seconds.
Is Stroll going to get me? Oh, I wanted to try and go defensive. No, he's not. Okay. Again, this car's good in the straight line. We've got a shot. Oh, no. I'm trying to cough and I've ballsed it up. Damn it. Stroll won't get me in a straight line, but he will through the corners. Get Callie Mayer in the F1 Academy. Don't start Bradson on her again.
Try and close up the difference between them.
We cannot get Bradson back on Callie Mayer, ladies and gents. What do you mean every other good-looking celeb? She's a fictional character in a video game. Yeah, I guess it depends, obviously, on licensing agreements and stuff. But I guess, obviously, because... I mean, yeah, but you get drivers from, like, IndyCar and stuff, dude. It's really odd. Because I get, obviously, that she's an Iron Dames driver as well. But, I don't know. It's just weird. So maybe now, with the slipstream off Stroll, we can defend ourselves from some of the other cars. That might make things easier if we got the DRS. I mean, we're ahead of quite a few people that I wouldn't expect to be. Claire Piastri, I think, might be the only two, but still. Someone subbed over on YouTube, I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.5 seconds.
I mean, you can probably take... Like, you probably won't crash anymore going up through a Rouge and an F2 car. I mean, it's flat out anyway, isn't it? As I said, I thought it was easy flat, or not easy flat, but flat anyway in Formula 2 cars. I can't wait to do an F2 career mode again, chat. Like, I know the views on them are normally pretty bad, but I just like doing it as a series. I don't want to know what Bradson's talking about, man. I don't... Yeah, so I reckon they probably won't add it until, like, October, November time still. But it is always nice when they do. So, like I said, I just really enjoy doing a series with it. Something a bit different. Like I said, where I've done it every year as well, it kind of still feels like tradition. I mean, how is Stroll pulling away from me there when we're on the battery? Like, luckily we still gain in towards 130R. And obviously the DRS detection point then is really well suited for us, but still seems odd. I mean, what can we do with no battery usage against him? We lose a little bit on the exit of the final corner. I'm committed to the bit. Yeah, so we do start gaining on Stroll by the end of the straight, but not a lot. It's not an easy track to overtake on, even with that DRS zone. I still think they should make Spoon down to the Casio Triangle DRS. They should basically say from the exit of Spoon to turn 1, you can use DRS wherever you like. Bring back like the old F1 2011 rules, where you could use DRS anywhere in qualifying. I still want to know whether the AI are going to box again or not. I think I'm going to have to, aren't I? Yeah, we won't get these tyres to the end. But it might well be that we're really fast on a set of softs towards the end of this. What on earth is Bradson on about? Oh no, here comes Charlie. Back out, please. Thank you. That's the problem. I can't get close enough to Stroll, man. I really don't want to spend my entire afternoon staring at Lance Stroll. How is Bradson my mod? I question it every day. But to be fair, he did stay up throughout an entire 24-hour stream once. So you got to give him credit. And, chat, we should have a 24-hour stream next weekend. Not this weekend. Next weekend. Because we've got 5 of us signed up to do Le Mans 24. We're just deciding on our car choice. But we're really looking forward to it. We might go Acura. We're deciding between the Acura or the Caddy. Those are our 2 choices. Say, I think we use the Acura at Petit Le Mans the end of last year, and then I think we used the Caddy, didn't we, at Daytona? So we don't quite know yet. Right, I think we've got to try and get a run on Stroll this time. We use a bit more battery down here. Try and sit us a bit closer, ready for turn 1. But again, we've got to try and save up a little bit of charge there to try and get the full attack mode on him. I tell you what, yeah, I mean, we are on softer tyres, admittedly, still, but I don't feel completely out of our depth at this stage of the race. There we go, new fastest lap, okay. Just not expecting that one.
1 second now, well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
Already done it, Mark. And up then, back into P7 we'll go. I would take another P7 finish, chat, I'll be honest. Like, if we finish P7 basically every race to the end of the year, that would give us like 150 points, which would not be a bad haul. Tell you what, we've got some horrible tracks coming up in this series. Shanghai, then Miami, both sprint weekends. Imola should be good fun. And then Monaco. Then we got Canada, which should be fun. And then Spain. Ugh. Quick Chris, walk one in. Hope you're doing well. What's everyone's opinion on the Cornetto trilogy? Great movies. Great set of movies. Love them. If Le Mans Ultimate released a career mode, any interest there? I did actually look at potentially doing one in the past, but ultimately just the game was a bit too buggy still. I do want to do kind of more like sim racing series like that in other games. I mentioned it a couple of nights ago that I wanted to do a Formula E one. But like doing like Le Mans Ultimate or Formula E or even like V8 supercars on iRacing. I know Gary's done one as well, but something like that. IndyCar as well, NASCAR. But I'm going to wait for NASCAR 25 to release. But yeah, things like that I would really love to do at some point. Be good fun. Formula E doesn't have a video game, but you can make a decent career mode out of it on R-Factor. R-Factor's got a lot of the tracks and stuff. And I don't know if they've got this year's cars, the new gen, but it's definitely got some of the cars as well. Yeah. But again, I feel like we've got quite a few series still at the moment going on, so it's probably not something I need to worry about too soon. There we go, Verstappen again. I know he does, Marcus. I can't control him. We've just accepted Branson for who he is.
Gap to your teammate behind, 6.8 seconds.
Yeah, we definitely got the legs on Stroll, though, down the straight. So that's really, really good to know that you can't do a lot about it. So as long as I don't mess up, chat, we're not in a bad spot. In fact, could these mediums go to the end? No. We're only taking them like 8 laps, and we've got like 40 to go. They might theoretically make it, but they would not be good. And to be fair, in these 100% races, 2 and 3 stops are more viable, which is nice. So I would have thought we might end up boxing with like 15, 20 to go into a set of softs. Gets to the end. Yeah, I watched some of this year's Formula E, but it felt like you basically spent 90% of the race just waiting for the last 10%. Like, you know, they kind of hype it up as, oh, there's overtakes all the time. And it kind of going, yeah, but overtaking, a bit like Formula 1. Overtaking, like, having more overtakes doesn't make it anything. Like, doesn't make it better. Like, Formula E just basically felt like it was 90% of the race coasting around and then 3 laps at the end where everyone would use their energy. And that's not particularly fun when it's the same formula every single week. Wait, your uncle runs a Formula E team? Excuse me? Your uncle runs DS Penske. If that's true, that is wild. And does he fancy let me have a go at one of the cars? If I ask really nicely.
Okay, gap ahead, 6.3 seconds.
Can I get free tickets? How to activate micro speak? I press the 11 button.
Confirmed.
And I still have no idea how this game listens to me. I've got no microphone plugged into that PC. Like, what is it picking up on? Why is Stroll always seemingly getting a run on me here as well? Like, surely that's not that beneficial for him, especially if I keep the nose down the inside. Oh, damn it, I've given him DRS though. That was stupid.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Reese's Pieces. Walk on him, buddy. It's listening via Amazon. Maybe. Who knows? Would not put it past you. I can believe that. Why on earth would you have a microphone? Oh, a camera as well, okay. That makes slightly more sense. Very weird, but it makes slightly more sense. How many times have I locked up into that hairpin now? Well, I'm on lap 17, so I've done it 17 times in the race. It's impossible not to, Reese's Pieces. Like, it just happens every single time through there, and down at Casio. I just can't do anything else. Do you reckon, because I assume it's named the Casio Triangle after Casio watches. Did they, like, buy permanent naming rights to it? Was it just given to them as, like, homage or something? Or, like, do they even have any idea it's named after them? Yeah, because they basically just named corners after, like, Japanese brands, haven't they? Because I assume Dunlop... No, because Dunlop tyres... no, Dunlop tyres are Japanese, aren't they? I don't know what a Degner is. I know what a spoon is, of course, but... Thank you. But that's what I mean. Did Casio sponsor that corner? Like, how did that come to be? F1 Manager anytime? F1 Manager is normally reserved for Tuesdays. But in terms of live streams, I've got a video going live Saturday, Sunday. If it's not Kylie Minogue, I don't want to know. Fair enough. When I go back to F1 23, it wouldn't be the understeer I don't think would be the big problem. It would be the traction. Oh no, why is Stroll doing this, man? I've completely cut across him there. But he backed out, and that's the important bit. Just got to remind people like Lance Stroll that they're not as good as you. This might genuinely be one of the loneliest, like, just weirdest races I've done so far in this series. Like, we're just sat in P7. Nothing else is happening. So we've crossed over 1/3 distance. Like, we might genuinely be able to go here pretty much to the end of the race. I tried to go long back in Australia and it didn't really work for me. Like I said, I don't know whether the AI are going to pit again, because they might just go to the flag. Maybe hard tyres were the way to go. Yeah, to be fair, these won't make it, I don't think. Or if they would not be fun. So, like I said, we'll probably pit somewhere around lap 35, I would guess. And then take a set of softs to the end. I mean, they've made the handling model on F1 24 a lot better. It's still a far from perfect game. Get tired, chat. This is the problem when I start a stream an hour late. We should be finishing up now. And I've still got like 35 laps to go. There you go. Stroll's learnt that time around. Don't dive bomb me into 130R. It won't work well for him. Oh, we got yellows. I think Stroll's gone. Stroll's immediately binned it. He's got back on the roads. I think Leclerc might find it easier to get past me. Maybe having Stroll behind me was what I needed in this race, because we might now see the floodgates open. Degner one is... Who is Ernst Degner? Like, did he help build the track? Like, what are the references around here? Hey, yeah. I'm not even trying to be diplomatic. Like, there are some really good qualities to this game. Like I've said before, the battery management, the all-new wet line on a drying circuit is great fun. And now I don't mind the way the cars handle either. But there's definitely still a lot of problems with it. As here goes Charles. I'm not even really going to bother fighting him. What's the point? Unless he wants to back out again. Yeah, of course. The AI, even when they're down the inside of 130R, will always back out. Either way. Actually, they've got a better chance of hanging on around the outside. They were clearly trained on Fernando Alonso 2005? I think here. Yeah, I've got nothing. I've got no straight line speed against Leclerc. Kind of took me by surprise there, and then broke really early. No, Piastri! Damn it! Not afraid to get the elbows out there as young Oscar, and I paid the price. Oh, come on. This car immediately, you get one little moment, and it immediately handles like a bag of gravel. It's terrible. Yes! I always forget this track was kind of set up as much for motorbikes as it was Formula 1 cars. To be fair, this would be a good track for motorbikes, I feel. Like, I love Motegi as a circuit, obviously, that's in MotoGP, but this place must be wild. I mean, that's why you've got, like, that chicane there, for example, to try and scrub off speed. Because otherwise, you're going into that wall on the outside and it's gonna hurt. No! 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 Damn it! Oh, I've let Albon by as well. Damn it, man! Just one lap. Everything goes bad. I've bottled it again, don't worry, Reese's Pieces. There's plenty of bottles. Yeah, get your bottle emojis in chat. I'm not even halfway there yet. Now I've got to actually start trying to fight my way back through, if I can keep up with them. I'm worried now I've let the floodgates open, and they're all just going to drive away from me. I still absolutely reckon, though, that points are doable here. I mean, Leclerc and Piastri, to be fair, have got away. So it's Russell and Stroll are going to be the difficult ones, but I already know I'm quicker than Stroll. Russell might be a bit more difficult to navigate.
Alexander ahead. Right, let's go. Let's try and get past them and put them on the back foot. Push, push.
I do like the fact in 100% races, the challenges it gives you are longer. Like, it scales up quite nicely. We're nowhere near halfway there yet. We got like another 5 laps before that. Right, come on. Gotta get back in the groove. So it's gonna be really difficult to try and work our way back up towards the end, but... Oh no. Come on, I might be just overdriving the car a little bit right now. Tyres are getting warm. Apart from the front left for some reason. Come on, I can't now just start slipping to the rear of the field. I mean, I think we were causing quite the train, but it can't be that bad, surely. What's happened at the front? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong cars. It's like Lando and Max are so far in front of everybody else. Oh no! How is Zhou getting that kind of run on me? Sorry. Come on, we gotta focus up, chat. We can't now really just start letting the pace absolutely unravel. And annoyingly, yeah, when the AI gets slipstream off each other, of course, they're just carrying each other along back down towards turn 1. Maybe it's worth trying to go for an earlier box. And have we got another set of mediums? We could take another set of mediums and try and get them to the end. That could work. Geez, to be fair, these are wearing more than I realised. We've only done like 15 laps on this set. I think it's slightly more than that, but... No, it must only be, yeah, about 15 laps. And we're already nearly at 40%. Got an ad in your P14. I got bullied by Oscar Piastri, and then I maybe half spam coming out of Spoon. Luckily no damage, apart from to my pride. This is the problem now we got, chat. We don't gain anything on the rest of the lap, and then down towards turn 1. We just lose time. Especially as Stroll can't do anything against George. So effectively now we've got to try and be quicker than a Merc. Which in a Williams is not easy. I mean, we've just got to send it, haven't we? I guess it's kind of just a case of how will the AI cope towards the end. Will their pace fall off more on the harder tyres as they fall off? I mean, they could still pit, for all I know. Verstappen, okay, they're probably not going to pit. Verstappen's still setting fastest laps at half distance. I don't think they're going to pit. Oh, where am I going? Come on. I am on Kick. We're live on Kick as well. Man, this is so difficult. I've seen more brains from a spanner. That's mean. So Bottas now gets past Joe, so at least we're not under pressure upon them guys for too long. But yeah, the problem is we're just losing a couple of tenths every lap to Alex. And there's not really a lot I can do about it. I mean, I guess if we got these tyres to lap 30, we go another set of mediums to the end, and we'd basically do 23 laps on each. Problem is, I want to have a... Even the thing, yeah, you don't really get a big pace advantage on this game, or it doesn't last. I mean, could there be a safety car or something like that? We've had no mechanical issues for anybody yet. Oh, Albon's jumped Gasly. I didn't even realise that. Reese's Pieces, welcome to the stream. Have Gasly... Oh, Gasly and Albon might have dropped off the tail of the other cars. Now there might be a chance for us to get back to them. Yes, come on. This is what we want to see. Gasly and Albon now are starting to fight. They've lost out to the other cars. Bit of a shame that our teammate, yeah, probably won't be in the fight for points anymore. But I'd rather be able to fight anyone than not do anything. Just look at that immediately through turn 1. What's that? 3 tenths gained? That's good. Come on, we got to keep up. I mean, the thing is, Albon's still pulling away from me. I reckon, yeah, we go lap 30, then go mediums to the end. Maybe we can afford to go slightly early. I mean, yeah, these tyres are getting chewed up. They're going to be better in the second stint. Because obviously they're going to have less fuel in the car. How are we? Oh, fuel-wise we're fine. I guess it really just then is a gamble as to whether we end up like a safety car or something. And hopefully I don't cause it. I mean, yeah, that lap we've lost a second to Albon. Yeah, I'm going to box soon for mediums, but I've got to try and get these to half distance. Or, like, half of what was left. If I can get these to the lap 30, then I'll go. But I don't want to then put too much pressure on the second set of tyres and maybe lose even more. That's kind of what I'm worried about at the moment, chat. I mean, this is like a real F1 2024 race, isn't it? Just pain. Just pain. And Lando and Max battling for the win. Although Lando hasn't bottled it yet. Entirely. Yeah, if we go end of 29, we'll box mediums, and we'll try and be really quick. We'll have 20 lap fresher, softer tyres than the AI. Surely that will give us a nice advantage that we can carry to the end. I have never watched Game of Thrones. Yeah, I could not tell you anything about Game of Thrones apart from the really obvious thing that's weird that everyone knows about that I'm not going to mention. But I'm sure Bradson is already typing out in chat now I've said it. Come on, little car. That time we didn't lose much to Albon. But you say, you're just starting to see the AI spread out, and annoyingly, I think that's Sonoda, who's dropped to P11, who now can't keep up with Stroll, who's still in P10, who now can't keep up with Russell. So even if we do box and we've got good pace, it's still going to be difficult to try and close in on all these other cars. There's only one real cluster now, and it's behind us. But we are over halfway there, chat, which is good. It is, Bradson. You're bang on. That's the only thing I know about it. And wasn't the guy from Channel 4 News on it, or something? Or it might have been the guy that had the same name. Which I always thought was either weird or funny or something. Right, one more lap on this set of mediums. I don't know. Just all of that is odd. Oh, 51% there. These tyres are not having fun. I'm happy we certainly didn't try to commit to trying to get these to the end, because that was never going to happen. I mean, the AI, surely their tyres are going to be screwed by the end of this as well. There we go. Team reckon it's the perfect time to pit as well. We're going to be going to another set of mediums, Michael. The race started in intermediates, which means we can use any dry tyres we like. So that's why we're going to double medium it. I don't think the hards are going to be particularly fun to drive on, and the softs won't see the end. So unless we get a safety car or something, which doesn't happen often on this game. Yeah, Bottas is closing in just a little bit now as well. Oh, that was not the line. Gathered it up though again nicely. I mean, how is Max? And we might end up near enough a lap down to Max. Him and Lando are just dragging each other along, but surely they're going to have to pit. Right. In. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Right, come on, team. Be ready with those tyres. We need a good, tidy pit stop. We got a long way still to go. This race is not over unless I get done for speeding,
Okay,
which I don't.
For now. We've got to focus on the pit stop.
I cancelled that at the perfect time because we were just about to fail that target, which is good. I mean, we're already last, man. That was a good stop, though. I'll take that. So we did 22 laps on that set of tyres. We've got to do 24 on this one. We are going to be, what, about 16 seconds behind Hulkenberg. We basically, if we want a chance at points, we need to be about a second a lap faster than the AI to the end. That's the goal. Which I hope early on in the stint we're going to be more than. But later on in the stint we'll probably be less than. Basically, we have to try to do something different against the AI if we want any chance of scoring points. But this is a Williams, so we can't expect the world. So if we could just get back to Hulkenberg quite soon, that would be nice. I guess the good thing is as well in this game is there's no like real true back marker anymore. You could probably claim Sauber, but they haven't done too badly in this series yet. Other thing as well at Suzuka is just how difficult it is to save up battery. That was again a bit optimistic. I don't know how many times I've ran slightly wide there, but it's not looking good. Get points, I'll give you 29 bits. I think, unless we get a miracle, we are not scoring points. Although we did just go purple through Sector 2. I don't quite know how, but we did. What was the gap to Hulkenberg when I came out of the pits? Is it near enough 15 or near enough 16? Either way, it's 14. Purple Sector 2 and Sector 3. Maybe the car has got pace. Who knows? But again, we are going up against AI that are on 25 lap old hards. On a fresh set of mediums, we should be quick. Especially through Sector 1. Not if I do that, though. That was close. I have not fully spanned the car yet, and that's my goal. Don't bin it. Let's look at that. We take some good time out of him through the Degmas each time. And through the hairpin. Okay, yeah, so we're over a second a lap quicker than Hulk. Which I guess is good. So hopefully we'll be back with him by sort of like lap 40. And then we can just keep trying to move our way through. Maybe the AI's hards will fall off towards the end, I don't know. Player mechanical faults definitely work in F1 24 because I experience them all the time. Yeah, so we've taken, what, nearly 3 seconds out of Hulk then in 2 laps. Might be slightly more. Yeah, it's going to be closer to 4, isn't it? Yeah, we're doing alright. We got good pace. We definitely shouldn't finish last by a long way. Please do solitaire. I intend on doing some solitaire when we finish the stream, but it depends what time we wrap up. Because this is a long and late stream. And ideally, I like to record this replay back after we're done. That was close to the exit curb. I just hate the exit Dunlop, man. Yeah, look at that. Every time we can take a good half second out of Hulk through those 2 corners. I can't do solitaire right now, but I intend on finishing with a game of solitaire. We always finish with a game of solitaire, chat. That's just what happens. It's never too late for solitaire. Perhaps when I do Le Mans, I gotta try and get my chess.com license back up. So chat, I had actually started trying to post videos onto Matt212 Solitaire. YouTube won't let me post videos longer than 15 minutes. So do I just post the run where I win, or do I try and post up videos? It's 9:15 in the UK, which isn't that late, but normally I have a 10 PM bedtime. A self-induced one, I must add, but 10 or 11. And so the only way I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes is if I verify that YouTube account with a phone number, but you can only verify 2 accounts a year, and I've already done that this year. But I don't know what accounts I would have done that with. Matt212 Motorsport, I would assume. But apart from that, I don't know. Any thoughts on the FP1 Will copyright situation? So, I love Will. I've known Will for so many years now. I think he's a lovely guy. I do watch some of his content still. Ultimately, I find nowadays his humour isn't as much for me. I feel like he's acting, like from what I've seen, he's acting within his rights of fair use in the way he transforms the content. I think the problem is anybody that's worked inside the F1 space or has worked around F1 content in the past knows it's impossible. They do not give you an inch. And honestly, I think nowadays it's to their own detriment. I've got into NASCAR pretty much entirely because of NASCAR content creators on YouTube. Because NASCAR have a policy of as long as you're not uploading like a full race from the last 5 years, you can use basically any footage you like. And that's great. And that does wonders to get more people into a sport. Formula 1, you use anything at any point, they will throw the banhammer at you. So Will, absolutely do I think he's well within his rights, and I think he is transforming the content enough to constitute fair use. Unfortunately, he's also, and I know he's aware of this, and I wonder if there's an element of he knows he's got lucky with it for a long time. Formula 1 will always come absolutely swinging at you. And it's pretty simple the way YouTube works. Formula 1 have more money than FP will, or myself, or anybody else does. Therefore, they will win. Real simple. You just will not get away with it. You know, you can claim fair use, they'll sue you, and they can afford to sue you hundreds of thousands of times over. Will can't afford a lawyer. He won't be able to do anything on those grounds. It's impossible. So, as much as I feel like, yes, he's not breaking any rules, technically, I completely also am there going, yeah, you kind of expected that was going to happen. Rant over, but that's my thoughts on it. Because I genuinely think Formula 1 would do better if they allowed content creators to use content. If they had a much more free license around it. But they don't. And there's nothing we can really do about it still. Oh yeah, no, it's just they'll, like, Will obviously could turn around and go, yeah, I'm acting in fair use. YouTube will then go back to Formula 1 and go, do you think that's right? They'll go, no. So then your options are you either delete the video and you no longer make money, or you sue them. And Formula 1 will turn around and literally go, you're suing us. Have one of those. And that'll be it. Like, nothing, you won't gain anything from it. It's pointless. And it is dumb, it is stupid, but unfortunately it's the way it's always worked. It's not that they've suddenly turned around and changed policy. Like when NASCAR, when they made their new website where you could like go through and watch old races, they accidentally started copyright striking people. They literally turned around within 24 hours going, we're so sorry, this has been a problem with our new automated system that's flagging it up. We will reverse these as soon as we can. That's how it should be. That's how you grow a sport. But yeah, YouTube's copyright system is not great anyway. It does not support... Like, and I get, obviously, that it can't lean too much on the creator side of things, because, obviously, then creators will abuse it. But you look at someone like XQC, for example. You know, I've seen just, like, some of his React videos. He sits there for 20 minutes in silence and gets away with it. That's not adding value to the content. Like, and what I think YouTube should do with things like we're going down a bit of a different rabbit hole now. But what YouTube should do with like React content is if the video's on YouTube, you have to link that video, and then you could split the revenue evenly. And I think a lot of people would be happy with that. But yeah, things like that just annoy me. Matt reading from the Dark Viper essay. We are starting Matt212 rambles. When will we see Dog212? When I win a race in this series, I will show you guys Dog212. That's a promise from me to you. To be fair, we've almost caught up Hulkenberg, actually quite a lot earlier than I expected to. We have used a bit too much battery though, so I need to save up some of that again. But we've got good pace. And I think we are taking a small amount of time out of Stroll and Tsunoda and co. I probably need to have a look at teammate status, to be honest.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 20.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 12th. And the time last lap was 32.8.
Albon was only 7/10 slower than me that last lap, chat. I think the air, I've got too much pace on those hards. I'm not convinced there's going to be anything we can do. I mean, that last lap for him was only 1.2 off my best for the day. Like, we're still definitely quicker, but I don't think we're enough quicker, annoyingly. Unless we get a safety car or something like that. But here we go then, up to the back of Hulkenberg. I don't know when we last made an overtake. I guess it must have been on Stroll quite early on in the race. So we're going to try one on the Hulk. Send it! Get it slowed down on the apex, and thank you very much. We're no longer last, which is good. And Ricciardo and Joe up next then. Hopefully they're both going to be sitting ducks, either down towards Turn 1 or down towards Spoon. But again, obviously, it's how much of a better run we can get through the corner. That's the big one for us. Oh, Albon might also have got DRS last lap. That might explain why he did a quick time. So Ricciardo trying to have a look on Joe. Not going to make it happen, though. We might be able to get the run now on the Australian. So, Ricciardo wanted to move on Joe. I wanted to move on Ricciardo. We all end up exactly where we were. Come on, we've got to get a run now. Got to try and get the pair of them. Go, 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 go. I wanted to back out, chat. I wanted to back out of it. Damn it, man. I was gonna back out, and then they both broke earlier than I expected. Oh, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. Oh, man. I wasn't actually trying to make it 3 wide. I guess we're going for fastest lap. Oh, damn it. Hulkenberg! Give me some room. Oh, man. Okay. Don't know how we hung on to that. F124. I was genuinely trying to back out of that, but then Joe swung out wide at me. We are the new Logan Sargent. As soon as I get back in a battle with another car, we go and balls it up. Like, can we get a safety car or something towards the end of this race, please? Fastest lap counts as a point. To be fair, I only get the point if I finish inside the top 10, according to the game, but I'll claim it. Bits are bits at the end of the day. I mean, to be fair, we could still get back to Hulkenberg before the end. Don't get done. Ugh. That pit lane is horrible with front wing damage. Oh, I'm going to be a lap down, man. Damn it. Logan, do you want to retire the car? We might genuinely struggle to get softs to the end. I've absolutely revved the nuts off the car in the pit lane as well. I probably prefer F123, to be honest. I think, if I had to choose one of them to play forever. Yeah, I'd like to see Logan in the Prema IndyCar. That'd be a good combo. Right, so we'll try and go for fastest lap next lap, chat. See what we can do. 31 seconds to Hulkenberg. I need to be 2 seconds quicker a lap. My goal now is not finish last in this race. If we can beat Ricciardo and Zhou and get redemption, that might be worth it. Save ERS for fast lap. That's what we're going to do. We're going to save the ERS for next lap. We're going to then go for it, deploy everything. How has Ricciardo got such a gap over Zhou? Did he get damage? Always makes me laugh how much straight line speed you lose doing this on this game. Oh, you can use hot lap in races. I did not know that. Okay. Right, let's go for a lap then here from Suzuka, chat. I'm going to talk you through what you want to be looking for. At the final corner, open up the car, keep it on the left-hand side. You want to be not braking in towards turn 1, but just gliding the car in and basically setting yourself up for braking at turn 2. 4th gear on the entry, 5th gear on the exit, just use that runoff curve on the outside. And then allow yourself to tip the car in 5th gear right the way through the S's. When you've got soft, fresh rubber, the car will grip, and it will feel glorious when it does. A little bit wide there through Dunlop. Just compromises the run slightly at the top of the hill. But use a little bit of battery on the exit, and through Sector 1, you should hopefully be purple. First Degner, completely flat. Second one, 3rd gear on the entry. Short sit back with a 4th on the exit, just to get yourself the run off the corner. Braking just as you straighten up the car for the hairpin. And tip it through nicely. Get on that throttle again on the exit and use a little bit of battery. All the way up into 6th gear. You won't really use 8th much here, so you don't need to worry about it at the top end down in towards Spoon. 50 meter ball. Tip the car in. 5th gear through the first part. 4th gear through the second. And then again, use your battery on the exit. This time round, you want to try and save a little bit for when you get right up towards top speed. Use a little splash more as we'll try and use it right the way through 130R. You can see that almost topping out close to 200 miles an hour. Breaking the 100 meter board for the Casio triangle. Plenty of curb on entry, plenty of curb on exit. Hopefully this is going to be fastest lap to see us through safely to the end of the afternoon. It's a 30.0. That's pretty good. There we go. That's a lap of Japan, ladies and gents. And hopefully that's 29 bits coming my way, courtesy of, I think it was Reese's Pieces, wasn't it? Yeah. We've still got to try and take 2 seconds a lap out of Hulkenberg, despite the fact I've just used all of our battery. Matt is speaking Japanese. I am starting to get slightly nervous, chat, that no one's had a mechanical failure. Because normally by this stage of the day, if no one's had a mechanical issue, it means someone is going to. It's normally me. One for a bit for extra effort, I appreciate it. 107. That's what we're sticking with now, Branson. You're going to be so cynical. I did not know you could gigantify emotes. That's quite funny. So Hulkenberg and Zhou now are starting to trip each other up a little bit. Ricciardo's almost got a 5-second gap over them. But that gap's still 25 seconds. I genuinely don't think we're going to see another car before the end. Unless we get a safety car or something. Oh no, we might get one. No, we won't. Not yet. I've cheated death. I've got no idea how we didn't crash there, but we didn't. To be fair, even if we did get a safety car, it would probably screw us unless Max and Lando pit. And I think if we did get a safety car and one of them didn't pit, I would probably rage quit right then and there, to be honest with you all. I might have had a crash. And to be fair, the strategy was a bit botched anyway. Like, I don't think points were going to be possible. AI just too good here. I think Zhou might have damage, though. I reckon he's got underfloor damage or something. Because he is struggling for pace. Bamborino, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Just over 10 laps to go, though, chat. We are getting there. And Remo, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Have you clipped that? That'll be going in a Mustafa compilation. Do I need to start Matt212 rants, chat? Which is just stream highlights of random bits like that. I guess they belong on the Clips channel, to be fair. What's my best tip, apart from practice to improve consistency? I mean, practice, unfortunately, is the best tip. I would say, obviously, depending on the wheel, look for some wheel setup guides. But ultimately, apart from that, practice is just the only thing you can do, I'm afraid. Joe's definitely got issues, chat. We're taking a lot of time out of him. Like, even if Hulkenberg gets past him, we might still be able to challenge Joe by the end. Which would be quite nice after he did give me front wing damage. Matt212 politics coming soon. I am quite invested in politics. Or at least national politics, but it's such a cesspit nowadays. I would never want to talk about it publicly. And not like that, anyway. How long did it take to learn the track's braking points? About a year and a half. But generally then, the more F1 I played, you kind of work it all out pretty easily then. Like, apart from motorbikes, I can pretty much go on any game now, in a car, and work out pretty quick where I need to be braking. MotoGP, absolutely not. So we've got 10 laps to go, and the gap to Zhou is exactly 20 seconds. I've said this before, I'm pretty certain, on stream. I have never voted for the Tories. So you can call me Tory212 all you like, but it's not true. I mean, we're just going to go around guessing now, aren't we? I'm not the person to ask about sweating. I'm a bucket of sweat right now. I've got an AC, but unfortunately, you just get warm doing it. There we go. Hulkenberg now trying to look around the outside of Zhou. If they fight, that could be useful, which I believe they might be. I don't know. No, Hulkenberg's through. So I guess now the question is, how far will Zhou drop and how quickly? Yeah, I voted for... I can't even pronounce the Welsh name. But I definitely voted for them. I believe in Welsh independence. I think what Wales should do is just float off into Ireland. They can have a jolly old time. So we did take a lot of time out of Zhou and Hulk anyway. I might not see another car for the rest of this race, and Mark's still telling me not to damage the wing. which I'll be impressed if I do here, but it might happen. Plaid Cymru. Yeah. Thoughts on Fanatec going into administration? I mean, it's not surprising, is it? Like, the people that worked there absolutely deserve better, but Thomas Jackemeyer, from everything I know, a complete, just wrong person for the job when COVID happened. Like, again, this is going to be another rant chat, but just enjoy it. So basically, obviously, COVID happened. All your professional racers were doing sim racing events, and all of them were using Fanatec gear. Great. Fanatec absolutely selling out everywhere, doing a world of good. You know, they're making bank, making so much money. They're selling out products, oh, excuse me, that they haven't even got. They're that in demand. People want that much Fanatec gear. So, of course, you've got all this profit, you know, because, you know, the markups on that kind of thing is quite high anyway. You know, you're probably spending 500 quid on something that costs 200 to make, I would assume, maybe even less than that, in terms of the whole, like, build process. So you think, right, we've had all this expansion, you know, we've got all these new partners and companies and eyes on our product. What do? We either invest the money and make more new cutting-edge products for our fans. What did the CEO of Fanatec do instead? Ooh, you know what I want? I want a Formula 1 car. So he bought, apparently, I think it was the first ever Toro Rosso, the STR01, which famously in its own right, fun fact, is the last ever V10 Formula 1 car. So I think he bought that and literally would take it to, like, track days and stuff and, like, show it off. They then sponsor, like, the GT3 World Series or whatever it's called, and, like, rally events all around the globe and things like that in WRC. But obviously, in all of this time, there's no new Fanatec stuff for the average consumer to buy. So very quickly, you've obviously got less products, but they have a get out of jail free card because the Black Friday sale's coming. So what do? They sell, I think in the end, now don't quote me on this, but I think it was something ridiculous, like 3 times more stock was sold during Black Friday before stuff went out of stock on their own website than they actually ever had. So obviously you'd click on something, you'd buy it at like 30% off, which is huge for Fanatec gear, and they'd be like, great, that order's registered, it'll be with you in a week. And then you would hear nothing for months. Like, there's people still to this day waiting on their gear to arrive, waiting for confirmation, waiting for delivery, and they were like, oh yeah, no, we just don't have it, or oh yeah, it's a backlog in China. No, that was you were too busy spending money on everything else. Now can't afford to pay the Chinese company that is building all this stuff. So obviously Moser's now taking most of it and selling it for cheaper with some slight alterations. How stupid can you be? Like, with a company that was on the precipice of literally going massive and mainstream, and 3 years later they go bankrupt. Like, just anarchy. So stupid. Sorry, that was a good rant. Thanks for stopping by, James. I appreciate it, buddy. I mean, buy Fanatec secondhand. I mean, you can still buy off them at the moment, and they are apparently all orders will be shipped. But you've just got to accept that maybe you'll never see what you pay for. I am scaring people off of the stream, yeah, I'm sorry. But I will speak my mind when I feel the time is right. Especially as we're not doing much in this race either. Like, we're going to be close to Zhou by the end, but I'm not convinced we're going to get there. Depends how much time he loses letting these guys by. I mean, the gap that Lando and Max have got at the front is hilarious. They built up like a 30-second lead in the first 10 laps and basically never have let go. I just don't want to finish last, chat. That's my big goal. There you go. 3 seconds out of Zhou there immediately. Ugh. Moser is incredible. Better value for money than Fanatec. Yeah, we're in the bin. We're absolutely in the bin. Better value than Fanatec. Obviously doesn't work on PlayStation, but the R3 bundle does work on Xbox. If you want that. Moser's absolutely a better company than Fanatec right now. They haven't filed for bankruptcy. They're absolutely a better company right now. They're a company that might not go under in the next 3 weeks. Yeah, get your bottom emojis in, chat. It says the best Fanatec F1 wheel for Xbox. I think they've only got the option of one. And that's like the V2.5X, which is what I use. I mean, if you're wanting to buy Fanatec stuff still, I have still got a link with them. Like I said, you run the risk of never seeing the product you order. But apparently they're still shipping as normal, from what I've kind of seen. I think we are finishing last, yeah. We got 5 laps to go. The gap to Joe is back up to 13 seconds. I think unless we can be absolutely ridiculous towards the end. It has not been a good race for us, chat. But then again, when is Japan? I always knew this one was going to be really tough in this car. Hey, but say, you got... Apparently, yeah, they are still shipping stuff out as normal. But, say, I would just be... I mean, I've ordered some stuff, just spares, basically. But, yeah. I would just be very, very cautious if you've saved up for a long time. Especially if you're on PC. Just go Moser, honestly. And if you do go Moser, pretty please, use my link. It'd be greatly appreciated. Exclamation mark Moser if you're in Twitch chat. But yeah, exactly. If you're getting into sim racing, if you've never done it before, buy a Logitech wheel off Amazon. Spend a couple of £100 to work out whether you actually enjoy it before you spend loads of money. What is necessary for a sim racing setup? Steering wheel and pedals. You can mount it to a desk, you can use a desk chair, you'll be fine. To a Latifi at the chicane. Maybe I'll do that last lap. I mean, I don't think I can get to Joe anyway, but maybe we'll do that last lap. I'm staggered no one's had a mechanical failure so far. There we go, tyre warning light on. I mean, this has, yeah, been a really tough old race, but it has been a good fun stream still. I've enjoyed this. Later streams is not something I want to do regularly, but it is good fun. So I basically told myself at the start of this week, I was like, no excuses this week. You've got to stream 3 times. Get back into the routine. I had Logitech for a while. Not serious sim race, I'm definitely looking to upgrade. What's your budget, Sammy, and what console are you on? Are you on PC, or are you on Xbox, or PlayStation? Like, I can try and give you a few recommendations. Yeah, the Logitech pedals are the only real letdown on it, annoyingly. Like, the pedals on the Logitech aren't fantastic. The Acelith? Oh, do you mean Logitech? I was gonna say, I've never heard of Acelith. Well, had we not bottled it late on, chat, I think we could have beaten Joe. Had we not bottled it again, I should say. Like, Joe's losing so much through this section of corners, but not enough. He's definitely got floor damage or something up with that car. But then again, my tyres are screwed. I mean, what a boring strategy as well by the AI. Just one-stopping this race. Just going like 6 laps on softs, sorry, and then going hards to the end. Oh, I'm messing this up so badly. Damn it.
Okay,
oh, for God's sake.
What we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up. Let's focus right until the checkered flag.
It's too late for a safety car, chat. We're in the bin. I just want to see the flag. Oh, I'm going to get lapped by more cars. I had forgot we have only got to do 1 lap less, to be fair, so that's not so bad. Chocobot, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I am the ultimate bottle job, chat, but we always knew this. This isn't new information to any of us, is it? I can't even box for fastest lap. Oh, I gotta give up the place to Fernando. Come on. Mad to think I was battling near these guys early on. Like, we basically ended up a lap down on where I would have been. One more lap to go, though, of this Grand Prix. How many cars are there? Who's that behind me? Who is that? I'm trying to think. Oh, Perez, of course. Kind of got you. Perez is going to finish 6th again. 3rd race in a row, he's going to end up 6th place there. At least he's consistent, I guess. Why does it say seat position? Because I'm bad at the game. That's why. I mean, look at this lock-to-lock steering. It's like playing this game on day one. Ugh. I mean, how do the physics work like that, man? Look at that. Ready, ready, ready? Look at that! This is basic. Genuinely, this is how you had to play the game on the beta. Like, it was just lock-to-lock. I did call myself better than the average player. You're right. I was wrong. You want ice cream? I would love an ice cream. Max Verstappen, though, through the final corner. 3 wins in a row. Early on in this season, he still absolutely looks in control. But what a race-long battle it was between him and Lando Norris here in Suzuka. For us, though, it's a pretty disappointing day out. We've had a lot of those so far this campaign. I feel like, yeah, we just need to try and get the luck on our side. And things maybe will start going our way. They're 1 lap down. I think that's for the 2nd time this year. After we did the same back in Bahrain as well. After a tough season opener. And of course, yeah, that DNF in Jeddah did not do us any favours. But through the final corner, we're going to survive-ish the Japanese Grand Prix. It's over.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see.
I forgot to do a Latifi. I'm so sorry. It completely skipped my mind. That's how much of a bottle job I am, chat. I can't even emulate the great Latifi. I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
For the final time, Max Verstappen takes
I
the
am
win.
useless.
And they're just starting to make it
Mitchie,
look
thank you for the
easy out
follow
there.
as
Now a
well.
hat-trick of wins. They're out there ahead. They've got
Congratulations
momentum
if you
on their
predicted
side.
I was going to suck.
It's to the others now to try and
To be fair, yeah, I was a lap down at last. I was the ultimate Latifi today. To be fair, only failing you twice is a pretty good going
The
by me.
drivers are en route to
We'll
the
take
podium
that.
as we speak. What a fantastic win.
Oh
for
man,
the Red
I'm
Bull
sweaty.
team.
I'm gonna need a
They've
shower
performed
after this.
exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone.
I didn't realise Hamilton got a podium in the end. That's a pretty good job going by that, Merc. It's not a particularly good race car still early on in this game. Yeah, that was hilarious, Latifi. Yeah, the car just, like, went wrong. We will do some solitaire. Don't worry. I'm going to get a game of solitaire done real fast tonight. And I think you'll find Reese's Pieces. I did claim the fastest lap bonus point. I don't get a point for it, but I did get fastest lap. The late nights do not work for me, Smurf. You are bang on.
I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, there we go then. Max Verstappen takes the win ahead of Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton there with Sainz, Alonso, Perez, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell and Lance Stroll rounding out your top 10. A difficult day for us. Ultimately just didn't have the pace or the consistency, but we did get fastest lap. Sadly, we don't get the point for it, but still, that is a bit disappointing there. Thank you all so much for watching, though. We will be back very soon. Next time out, we've got back-to-back sprint weekends from Shanghai and then Miami. So, yeah, we got a couple of tough races coming up, but I feel like we're slowly getting Williams towards the points. We'll be back very soon with more F1 24 content. Right, chat. I'll get that replay saved. We'll get the recording ended. Let's go play some solitaire. To everyone that's only interested in the F1, I would like to thank you for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. The race might not have gone the way we wanted to, but I had a lot of fun still. It was enjoyable. But yeah, for those of you, if you're new and you don't know, we play solitaire. It's glorious. Reese's Pieces got a new badge. We love it. real fast. Monday night will be co-op. I think? Yeah. It might be the week after that Gary's not around, so you might do a double week of Williams at some point. Oh, man. There we go. I mean, we got a few more upgrades we can get on, I guess. Venturi tunnels.
Okay,
Oh,
mate,
of
I know
course
you're
my
expecting
upgrade
some new
fails.
developments to come through, but
Of
I'm afraid to
course.
say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what
There
to
you go. That'll have to
redevelop
go on
by the
after
R&D
Shanghai.
phase.
Oh, and another one. Stupid game, man. I mean, we are almost best of the rest, to be fair, but still. That is annoying. I mean, yeah, we're right there with V-Carb, to be fair, so hopefully soon we're going to be able to score points. Oh, sorry. Solitaire, yeah. Solitaire will take like a week to do, I would have thought. It always does. So, chat, I forgot to tell you a story as well. So, Dog212, we have discovered, is scared of trowels. Like, you know, the garden ones you use. We don't know why. There was one in the garden. She didn't like it. She wouldn't go anywhere near it. It was the funniest thing. But it was, yeah. We were trying to work out why on earth she didn't like it, but there's no logical reason that we can think of. Apart from the fact she's a Labrador, so therefore she's stupid. That was all we could come up with. Tell you what, starts go. That's not a bad one to have on this game. Oh, that's even better. Okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself, chat, but I like this early on. So you can go... Actually, we'll see what's under each. Got a 4 there, or an 8 there. I think we'll go with a 4. Because it means then we can shuffle it out immediately. That 3 can come out as well. We've got 3 of those already down. So you can go there. And you can take its place. You can go there. My dog is scared of corners. I mean, I can understand that one a little bit. Like, you don't... You say a corner can be a scary thing, I guess. So obviously you never know what's around the corner. Chat, this run actually might be okay. Like, again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But this is looking decent so far. I mean, hello. Hello. I mean, these can often go badly wrong, and they will. But... I suppose we could do that and that. Oh, actually, we can start getting cards down. Have we only got the queen and that 9 left? Can we just keep putting diamonds away? Where's the 8 of diamonds? Oh, there's the 8 of diamonds. That's a bit of a problem. We just... Oh, no. You can go... Actually, you can go... There, I guess? I need the 4 of spades. That would be useful. Oh, you can go there. 7... You go there? I need to get that spade out, don't I? Those are the only 2 cards we've got left, chat. Like, we can't go that well early on and then not do it. Can we? Suppose you 2 can go there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can go there. Okay, okay, okay. 9, king, queen, king, 10, jack... 9, 4. First time, ladies and gentlemen, we are just glorious at Solitaire. That is incredible. We're back after 2 of the worst nights of my life with Solitaire this week. 3 minutes, 3 seconds. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Make sure you stay safe. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I am much better at Solitaire than I am the F1. But yeah, hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I've got to go to IKEA, chat. I've got to go shopping in IKEA, which is going to be brutal. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream quite quickly. Like we said, it is late. Hope everyone has a good night. I need to go record the replays from this, man. That's going to take a long time as well. Get the Swedish... genuinely, the IKEA meatballs any good? Or are they just nasty? Like, I've always looked like I'm there going, do I try the 99p hot dog? Or will that just give me, like, a tapeworm or something? To be fair, the IKEA I go to isn't that difficult to get around. Like, I don't think it's one of the big ones. I know all IKEAs are big, but it's not a big one in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, we'll be back, like I said, next Monday night will be, hopefully, the return of co-op. Unless Gary's not around. Reese's Pieces with another bit to finish us off. Thank you very much, buddy. Have a good one, everyone. And we will see you